Hello, Africa, and welcome to yet another sizzling episode of Knorr Taste Quest Season 4, your premium cookery show on TV. Last week was quite sad for two of our contestants as they were shown the way out. They fought hard to prove themselves to be the Season 1, but you know, sometimes there's not always room for everyone.
Femi, can we have your knives, please? You're going home. Lizzie, I'm sure you're so excited that you're the last person standing and you're not the one that was exited.
Yes, I am.
Can we have your knives? You're going home. Your journey ends here. Thank you.
And that's how the quest ended for Femi and Lizzie. It really was sad to see them go. But away from that, today on the show, our competent chefs will be taking our 10 remaining contestants through a series of trainings because we do believe to be the Season 1, you should learn from the masters. Always a pleasure and privilege having our chefs and judges, starting with Dr. Robert.
Always a pleasure.
It's great to have you on the show. Okay, so I love the whole chef outfit, and I've always wondered, did you have to be like a qualified chefs trained to have one, or could I just have that in my little kitchen at home?
Anyone can wear a chef's jacket. It's not about the chef's jacket, it's about what you do in the kitchen when the time comes to perform.
Okay, so I will have my apron for now. Chef Fregz, what will we be learning, all the contestants, and me included, learning today?
We're going to be going through some basic knife skills.
Okay.
We're going to show the contestants, because we found out that while they all have some strong points, we found the general weak point to be knife skills. So we're going to be showing them what to do with the various knives, debone the chicken, because it was part of their skills test, just to kind of go over that. And we'll also be showing them other tips sharing other tips in the kitchen, how to be safe, how to handle knives, just basic things that will equip them for the journey ahead.
Did you hear the emphasis on the journey ahead? Well, free lessons for everyone at home. So if you want to hone your knife skills, stay with the masters today. I want to step aside after the short break for the masters to take over the kitchen.
New Knorr cubes are here.
And the flavor is 3 times meatier.
3 times?
Yes.
Wow. I can't wait to start cooking.
Joyce, what special flavor do you put in your stew? And how come you're always having so many customers?
It's the new Knorr cubes, so.
No?
The new Knorr cubes flavor is now 3 times meatier. Taste some.
I think I'll have some more.
Taste the Knorr difference, now with 3 times meatier flavor.
10 years ago, we opened our first ShopRite in Nigeria to give you a world-class shopping experience with everything you need under one roof at the lowest prices. Thanks to your support, we've created more than 3,000 jobs, support local farmers and manufacturers, and offer you the widest range of local and international products. Here's to the next 10 years, Nigeria. ShopRite, lower prices you can trust, always.
Contestants, it's wonderful to see you again. As usual, we always try to do some form of training to help you all ease very rapidly to that grand prize. We were very shocked at how many of you cut your hands while trying to chop things up, and also shocked at your basic everyday kitchen skills that we expected you would have known and researched before coming to KTQ 4. Simple things. Your apron. Most of you are tying your apron to the back. When we asked you to tie them to the front, you did not know the reason why. And the main reason is if your apron catches fire and is tied in a knot to your back, you cannot release it and rid yourself of that apron quick enough. So we always advise in the front, those of you who are a little faster than the rest, then you can release very quickly should you have a problem. Do not come to a kitchen, especially a commercial kitchen, with slippers or open sandals. Either wear clogs or covered shoes. And the reason being is, should a knife drop and you're wearing slippers or open sandals, you have absolutely no protection. You'll be shocked what a drop of hot oil will do to your skin in a second. Your shoe protects you from that. The same thing with boiling water. A pot might fall. A grater might fall. It's all about being safe in the kitchen. We know it's a competition. We know you're running in the kitchen. But please, don't run with knives up in the sky.
No. Running like this.
Emmanuel, why do you wear an apron?
Basically, I think it's just for safety.
For safety?
Yes, from the kitchen.
Johnson, why do you wear an apron?
To absorb everything, any dirt coming from the kitchen.
So in other words, to
Like
keep your clothes, to protect your clothes when your clothes not getting dirty.
Yeah.
Benga, why do you wear an apron?
The apron should serve as a first point of contact in case anything spills on you.
Do you realize that at the end of the day, no one who is eating food that you cook cares about your clothes? Honestly, do you, Chef Fregz? Why do you? If your clothes get dirty or whatnot, that's not my business. I want to eat good food. Safety is one reason, yes, but the primary reason for wearing that apron is to protect your food from your street clothes. It keeps all that, you were in the bus, you were rubbed around stuff, so at least it keeps your dirty self away from clean things. Which is why if you're going to the restroom, you would take your apron off before you go, but you won't take your uniform off. So it protects the food from, truthfully speaking, your dirty self. And then, of course, it's a protection in case there's a fire or things like that. And that's why you should also wear loose-fitting shoes in the kitchen. So if you get an oil spill, you can quickly kick your shoes off and rid yourself of them. Even if they have laces, they should be tied loosely so you can rid yourself of them. We have an array of knives here, from butcher's knife to chef's knives to fillet knife to everything possible. And we're going to do very quickly some basic knife skills. Chef Fregz will show you how to use the knife, how to cut onions, how to do pepper, and then we will have some of you join him so that you can actually practice on it yourself. All right, Chef Fregz.
All right, I'm going to grab my board for my vegetable. Another thing I noticed was people had their boards moving up and down and they were struggling. So very simply, get some a wet napkin, a wet towel, and put it under. It kind of doesn't allow your board move as much, all right? So what knife would I use? What knife should I use? This or this? Which one do you prefer? Okay, so speaking about chopping, I think I'm going to also call on Bing. I think I wasn't too impressed with your chopping skills, so I think I'll call on Benga, and I think I'll have Rukayat, and I'll have Hihel as well join me, okay? So just be on standby. I'll let you know when to come. Okay, so I'm going to grab this knife because I like the curve in front. It would give me a bit more control when I'm chopping. So we have our onion. I've cut it in half. When you want to chop onions perfectly, this is the technique. I'm going to take this off. So the onion has natural lines for you to guide you. So when you want to chop and protect yourself, you think of yourself as an eagle, claw position. You latch onto the onion, right? Can everybody see?
Yes, we can.
The problem is everybody's always like, okay, stay in place, please. You know, I'm going to cut you. But no, you're in charge. So you grab it, have a firm grip on it. Now, if you notice, these two are behind, this is in front. So I want to cut against the grain of my finger, all right? That way, I don't exactly even need to look, all right? Now, when it gets to the part I can't claw anymore, I hold at the end, again very firmly, and follow those lines. All right. Then I move in. Now, the thing about chopping is, before you're perfect, you can be careful, okay? All right? You can see some pieces are already falling off. Again, you come back to your claw position, all right? That way.
When he was doing it, I actually had to watch very closely because I also want to know how to do my onions and cut my onions right.
So if you notice, I'm kind of going in a rocking position. Knife is going forward, back, like that. Like that.
I wasn't amazed because it's things I've been familiar with before, and even though I know that I'm not on the same level with the skill, it was just impressive to see somebody do it actually. But I wouldn't say I was amazed. I would say I was just more interested in picking up something from Chef Fregz.
Now this, for example, I find that most people, this is a bell pepper. People tend to just cut too much at the bottom. When you've cut this end, this is what you don't really need. You can toss that. This is still very useful to you, and I'll show you how. So, again, very simply, you take out the pith and the seeds by running your knife all through inside. You grab that out, toss that, cut in half. Here, you want to join me? Yes. All right. So, why do we take out the pith from a bell pepper, for example? Anybody know? So let's be careful not to do things like this. I know we're used to that in our homes, but there's your board, and it's safer for you. So I'm going to go with a julienne cut as well. You can layer on each other, flatten it out. The skin of this is a little tougher, so it's easier to do it the other way actually. And this is perfect for a garnish. Very perfect for a garnish. You know, make it look pretty on the plate. And you can maybe have seasoned it with a bit of Knorr chicken, black pepper, olive oil. Give it a good dressing. It will shock you how it will go from just being a plain bell pepper to being an awesome garnish. Because sometimes people just put garnish on a plate. That doesn't make any sense. But once you do that, it will make absolute sense. So here, you're going to replicate what I've done. I'll watch you. All right? Back of the knife always. I'm just going to put that in front there as a guide to remind you. All right, you're going to do it. Okay, I told you I'll show you what to do with the bottom piece. Same thing actually, you know? You're making fried rice. Nobody's going to know it's the... And this is what you can use for garnish. Maybe you use the rest for a sauce, you know? You can use this for your garnish. All right? All right, great. So here, over to you. You're going to grab one by yourself and do one by yourself, right? Rukayat, do you want to join her to be on standby? Come to my side, please.
Just fill in the gap, fill in the gap.
Fill in the gap.
There you go.
Okay, so grab an onion. Pause. Now the technique there is, you know I told you I picked the knife I wanted because I like the curved edge, and it was the edge doing all the work. And don't do it curved to you, straight. Okay, you know I told you once you get to the point where you feel you can hold no more, you can claw no more, what do you do? No, no, no. You hold it like this, all right? So you hold it firm. All right, okay, great job, okay. Next. Claw, 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 all right. Cut through. All right, let's see your chop now. Claw position, please. And remember the rocking motion. Yes, not like that. It's like that. Here.
The back of the knife. Rock.
All right, all right.
Okay, before you cut yourself.
Yeah, but do you get the idea? I think you need to work more on it. Okay. Rukayat, you're up next.
Well, the experience was like going back to the past of teaching someone how to write. It was just like that, exactly. So I used to handle knives, but maybe not professionally.
All right. Great. I like. Pause. Can everybody see that technique there? At the end of her cutting, she strengthened her grip on the onion. Why? Because the knife may slide. So she's like, nope, nope, I'm winning, you know? And she put her hand on it. The grip was stronger. Good. Go on. Great. So you can see again, she's not exactly rocking the knife, but she's using the body of the knife, the middle part, to have a strong slice through the onion.
Aha, that's the
that's
there
the
you
rocking.
Go. There you go.
All right. I think Rukaya should be doing this training instead.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very well done.
Well, Ruka has her way around the knife. I have my way around other things too. So that wasn't a trade at all.
All right, well done, well done. So, Gwenga, you're up next. Let's see. Because your chopping was a little all over the place the last time. So grab your onion and let's see your best work. All right, Gwenga, let's see your best onion chop.
First looked like magic at the first time,
Right.
but when one of the other contestants did it, it looked doable, and yeah, so I don't have it's not a big deal anymore to me.
Wow, that's a lot of onion. Okay. Okay. Great claw technique.
Neither.
His claw is a little weak, but it's fine. All right. Okay, you're good.
Stop for 1 second. Only thing that, from my angle that you're doing, you're holding the blade of the knife.
Yes, I was
So
going to
try to
compare.
hold the handle. Do it again. Finish this off, but hold the handle of the knife. And there you go.
Fantastic. All right. So great. Round of applause for everybody that tried. I thought that was great. I thought that was really, really good.
Any questions?
Any questions? So I know it looks like just one, like an onion or tatashe and atarodo we've taught you, but the essential of the knife skills training is that you understand the parts of your knife, understand that you use the tip to maybe cut, that, and just know how to use your knife to be more efficient, the types of knives to use. So I wouldn't use this knife for this. It will cut it, but it's not going to make me efficient, nor effective in the kitchen.
Knife skills definitely have gone up a notch after the training today, and I'm sure that the things that we went through today are things that I would be able to do in pretty much good time next if I have the opportunity.
We're going to continue, and we're going to move to another use of your knife. When you all were asked to debone your chicken, we noticed that some of you struggled with that particular task and technique. Chef Fregz, unfortunately, has put that task on me to do.
No comment. So obviously, what board are we going to grab for Doc? Fantastic.
A red board.
So I'm going to grab a red board. Remember, wet napkin, wet towel. You can even put it at the ends of the board, maybe not so much in the middle if you don't have a lot. It doesn't move. So Doc, what chicken, left, right? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All right, I'll give you this one. Here you are, sir.
There you go.
So what knife do you want? This?
What knife should I use?
The fillet knife.
The fillet knife. Okay.
Come through.
Believe it or not, it intimidates even me. Okay? The task of deboning a chicken seems very difficult, but if you follow the anatomy of the chicken, you will find that it is actually not that difficult. The first thing we're going to do is work with the wings. I'm going to just take the wing and bend it. Okay? Take the other one here and bend it. Okay? And I'm going to force the bones out. No knife used. And I have a completely clean bone. I have not yet used a knife.
Okay. Is it like this? No, I've told us before now. No, but it was really like magic.
Things that we're thinking that we're formerly, I felt were impossible to do, can actually be accomplished. So for me, it's an amazing learning experience for me.
And that bone is out.
Doc, I swear some people are looking at you like, no, he's using witchcraft. that can't be right.
Yes, he was first using his hand to break the bones. And I was like, okay, you would have told us, okay, break this bone that very first day. Then we would have broken the bones and we would stress ourselves like this.
They have the look on their face like, no, we had the same exact chicken and we couldn't do that.
At first, I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, okay, he removed the first bone, second bone, and like, how is that possible?
And to keep that away, we have these 2 bones here. We're going to come to the next one again and just break the bone at the joint. That's all. And then get the last bone out. And then this wing was from an old lady. The other one was from a Greek fowl. So you still have 2 bones here that we're going to tackle a bit later on. Okay? Now, you know you have...
I cut this off.
Thank you. So you see someone's paying attention. Now, we're going to come down the middle of the breast, okay? You will take your knife.
I was behind other contestants. Not that I was not listening, I was quite listening to everything he was saying. I was just being quiet just to learn because a lot of people were like asking questions, like really focused, but my part was just to focus, to learn, and to tap into what and skills they were trying to infuse in the training.
And you're going to attempt to break that collarbone with it, okay? And then you're going to come and a firm cut, 1 cut down the middle here. Just 1 cut. And I want this bone here broken. Okay? So I've broken that bone. And I'm going to come to the other side again and do 1 firm cut all the way down.
Trying to be focused and like watch how he was doing it. So I was going into my head too, like so I could follow up and try and learn easier.
Now you want to now carefully take this off the carcass. Okay? Here again, clean knife off the carcass. So you can see I have my carcass there in the middle, and I'm taking this off. Can you see that? So you see your carcass right there in the center, okay? Release this here a little bit. Release this here a little bit. Now, remember we talked about the anatomy of the chicken. We still have bones to deal with here in the thigh. I put this away here, and I'm going to again break the bone.
Ooh, I felt that.
You felt it?
Yes.
I'm going to come here and I'm going to break this one. Okay? So I've broken it from the joint. That way, all I have to do now is come here and make an incision. Okay? And again, I'm going to take that bone out. Remember, I broke it. Okay? So that's the bone. You can see completely clean. Now, at the bottom here, you have tendons. So you're going to come with this knife now and just clean this off, you know, so you can get that part. You have veins here that are a little stronger that keep the bone, that part intact. And there again, you have a completely clean bone.
Doctor,
yes.
Are there rules to follow when doing this?
I won't say that there are rules, but you need to follow the anatomy of the chicken.
I actually thought he was going to start from the back, but he didn't. So that's why when they asked him the question, and he said you can start from anywhere, and you still get your full chicken, and you're like, okay, now I understand.
Oh, see how oily I am. It'll take forever to clean this.
Take it easy, Pan. Your days of endless scrubbing are over. Madam has just bought new Sunlight dishwash liquid.
What do you know about a Pan's life?
This advanced formulation has real lemon juice that will cut through sticky oil stains fast in just one wipe.
Wow, that was fast.
See how easy it is to remove oil in one wipe?
New Sunlight Dishwash Liquid removes oil stains in just one wipe.
In Ramadan, every one of us starts our day with an idea in mind. An idea to share our food with the less fortunate. Some people try to hold on to it, but the day has no mercy. This time, don't just think of being a better person. Do it. Make your thoughts happen this Ramadan with Lipton. Ramadan Karim from Lipton.
So you can do whichever one you want to do first. You can do it, you can even cut the chicken from the backside.
Okay. Yeah.
Different people will debone a chicken differently. Okay? As long as you get the chicken deboned and you have a whole chicken left over.
And this part of the chicken, isn't it going to waste?
No, it's going to come off.
No, the chicken is on top of
This is just bone. That's all bone. So what bones do we have left? We also have 2 bones inside here from the wing, and you have your collarbone. So now you want to take this. She complained I had too much meat still left on here. So you want to slice all of this off. Okay? And follow your... At this point now, I'm going to lift up the chicken. I'm going to cut this off. Follow this here. I'm going to lift it up. Take this off. Okay? And just clean off the meat. Can you see? Yes. Just clean that off.
You're like, wow. After I battled with my knife.
Yeah.
At least all of you wanted to use scissors for this thing.
It was possible.
Now, you can actually use the scissors. If there's a part that you feel that you need to use the scissors for, you can do. Like right here, take your scissors and just cut. Okay? At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is to just make sure we get this entire bone off. And we want to preserve the flesh from the bottom side. Okay?
Seeing Dr. Roberts do it today with so much ease, it makes me confident now that at least being in that class, I'm way better than I was when we did the skill test. So for me, it was a beautiful learning experience.
So now I'm taking the skin off the back. All right? And I've also clawed, as Chef Fregz had told you guys before. Okay? So I can protect my fingers as much as possible. Okay? Move this forward a bit.
But is it not possible you just tear off?
I'm listening.
Is it not possible you just tear off?
You can't tear up. If you just tear off, you're going to tear your skin. And you don't want to tear your skin. You want to have... Okay? And I've left the back part that has the buttocks. I've left that on. I'm taking off this excess fat here. So there you have your carcass. And you can use that carcass for a stock or whatever. And you can see you have your solid, but you still have this bone here to contend with. Okay? There are 2 of them, right here, right here. And you want to make an incision this time on the inside so you can preserve the flesh on the outside. What I would tell you all, please, is to be careful with this knife. Any knife that you use, actually. Okay? And just clean this off here. As best as possible. Same thing with the other one here. It has some strong veins and tendons that hold it together here, so you want to take those off, okay?
I'm sure you guys are thinking to yourselves, why under this much no pressure when we had to do this?
Where you had to do it, huh?
But at the same time, I think, with tasks, as much as you're under pressure to finish on time, I think, like Doc has said, once you just think of the goal of, I don't need to take out the bone from this chicken. and follow the anatomy, it will just help you actually even be a bit more confident when you're. Just always think, what do I need to do to the ingredient, to the chicken, to the egusi seeds? What can I do? And you just prep it and not so much hope for the best, but hope for the best.
So you have your chicken now completely deboned.
That's
You
ready
still
to
have
eat.
cartilage here and cartilage here.
So
You have a scissors, you can take that off, or you can also use your knife. Who wants to try?
We'll see.
So look at it, complete, intact. Now, when you want to stuff it, you have to take your wings, because and bring them to the inside. Okay? Look for the other wing, and bring it to the inside. And this you can now take and
His bones were really nice, clean.
roll.
I could see precision in what he did. And
bring this
I
one
think
over.
that's one of the qualities of being a good
you
chef.
can see.
Yeah, so I give it to him.
You're perfect.
Boning chicken now, definitely I'll be like a 7. I think I've learned a lot.
Johnson is like marvelous, marvelous.
The fact
You have a
that he
question?
did
What's the
chicken within 5 minutes using a knife was really impressive. I won't lie. It was really, really impressive and mind-blowing. So I hope to do better. Maybe 11 minutes.
For me, I think that when it comes to deboning the chicken, what I've learned today from Dr. Roberts is that that's like always the best way to go. So for me, it's a skill that I've picked up.
Okay.
Some flesh on it.
Following the brief. It has this back piece here, which I've left because of this.
Yes.
And this is for our stuff.
But following the brief, I don't want to be penalized because I still have.
Okay, you know what's going to happen now? You come and yeah. So since you have complained that I have too much flesh on mine, which I don't.
Flesh, bone would naturally have.
Look at
have. There are some parts of it that you don't need.
Look at it now. You're down
Like
to the
you're being
bone
extra,
completely.
you know.
You're down to the bone completely. There's no flesh left.
And if I were you, you have your deboned chicken. Start scraping up the remaining flesh. If you want to be so.
So, Mr. Man of 3 names. Let's get you a clean board.
Yes.
And we'll let Chef Fregz guide you.
All right, so more for you. Let's go.
I beg you, sir, one thing. All the knives are very sharp. Please, I beg you. So if you don't make it, regardless of whether you make it to the next level, you'll wash all the dishes next task, correct?
Take it.
Fair. So you have
that's fair
11 minutes.
That's fair enough.
Excuse me.
Look
at the board.
Exactly.
Look at the board.
The bone is not new.
Oh yeah.
Make it new.
Okay, go on quickly.
Whatever I do it because I want to do it. I'm not doing it because I want to impress anybody. There's nobody to impress. The only person I needed to impress is me. So I'm not in the competition with them. So whatever they think, if they think I too know or what's wrong with him, is he the only one there? I don't really care.
Just cut that piece off. Cut that piece off. You cut the chicken bone into half. That becomes a weapon should a child have it in their food. That's why we tend to break chicken bones at the joint. Okay? This, if you remember, we took this collarbone out as a whole piece. Because you've broken it now, a splinter can fly and stay somewhere else. So very important,
Very
please.
careful.
Chicken bones, people, try not to crush your chicken bones at all. So calm down now. You've already lost the time. You've already lost the battle.
It's not over.
So calm down.
It's over. Until it's over.
Very over, safe.
Come. Use your knife. Use your knife and cut through here. Just carefully.
If I feel threatened by Alakija stepping up, I wouldn't say, because the truth is, I look at just myself and I'm confident in my own skill. So I'm not trying to look at any other person or undermine any other person, but for me, I respect the fact that Alakija stood up and was willing to challenge himself to be better.
It's not as easy as it looks, huh?
Yes.
He's like, where is it?
I don't think it's something I would have done. I prefer to be like the dark horse, like the guy that doesn't seem that knows anything. And so when it's time for us to come forward and put forward and let people know what we actually do then.
Wow. At long last. Round of applause.
But you still have one bone on it.
Here's the problem. But here's the problem now. You have a hole here and a hole here. Okay. So it becomes a problem when you're stuffing, and you still have bones. You have bones right here. You have one big long bone here that has to still come out. You have this small bone here. These are very important. So this needs to come out, and this needs to come out. Okay?
From the one we did before, now, I think I got better today. Out of 10, I would score myself a 3. But today, at least I'll score myself a 6 because there's still room to learn.
You also have a complete bone here. Okay? But a good attempt.
Very good.
Very good attempt.
You guys, give me a round of applause.
No problem. I felt excited though. You know, doing it under his supervision and with the excitement that he's actually watching. So, you know, at first I got nervous, but as I started, actually got myself relaxed. Hey, guy, just do this thing. Your teacher is here. So,
questions?
What I was observing during the deboning process is that I've learned one particular thing about the anatomy. So it's like I'm counting how many bones I'm to bring out of the chicken.
There you go. And that's very important, because if you know what bones you're tackling, that is half of the battle already. It's like knowing how many people you're going to fight. That's half of the battle already won. Okay? All right? He's quiet, and you guys better watch out for him because he's lurking from behind. So people, you have seen how to use your knives. You have done your onions, your pepper, your bell peppers, and you've also done your deboning of your chicken. Now remember, once you have the basic knife skills, everything else becomes very easy. Because most things that we use in the kitchen, we have to cut some way or the other. You know, so it's very important that you take these skills and harness them. Okay? Chef Fregz.
Yes, sir.
You have some onions and some peppers to go here?
Yes, I do. All right, so we're just going to grab some onion. Well, the problem is some people try to stuff theirs a little too much. That's another issue. Take that out. That's not very great. Some of this for good measure.
Okay.
Press down. Right.
Now you're going to take this and put this over like this. You can see? Yes. Okay? And then take the other one and put that over and down like this. Okay? And that's your chicken completely stuffed. You have two choices. You can tie it with string, or you can put it through a net. Okay? Now, normally when we're doing stuffing for chicken or for whatever, we wouldn't just put plain peppers and onions and whatnot. We'll do either some kind of stuffing with sausage meat, some bread, some milk, whatever will hold it together so that when you finish cooking your bird, it's very succulent. You can also, funnily enough, you can also take your chicken that you have deboned and cut it into 4 pieces and make little small stuffed pieces of chicken. Okay? I saw Chef Fregz looking at me. I wonder why did I cut the string first of all, because how will I know how long to make it? Okay. Now you can decide to take it and wrap it all the way around, or you can do it individually, one at a time. It really depends on what you want to. Like a surgeon, some people will sew you up with one piece of string, others do it in bits and pieces. Which do you prefer, Chef Fregz?
I think many of you did it one time.
Yes, one time.
Okay, then let's do it individually.
Individually? Okay.
Yes, I think everybody, you know how to do it one time, right?
No.
Yeah.
So once again, you're very careful because you remember that you have an opening here where your stuffing is. And you don't want to make it too tight because you don't want to also change
Squeeze the stuffing out.
Yeah. Some of you had it so tight. And this is just regular twine. You can buy any twine in ShopRite. They also have the twine that's meant for this purpose. But if it's out of stock for any reason, you just buy any regular twine will do. Okay? I remember your chicken also from ShopRite, and of course all your peppers and stuff from ShopRite. Now what's going to happen when you put this in the oven to cook it, it's going to, for lack of a better word, it's going to hold itself together and become one piece of meat, so to speak, that you can now slice and serve on a plate. Okay? Now, to season this, of course, you're going to use Knorr. Knorr on the inside, Knorr on the outside. If you want a bird that has a strong crust, so to speak, you can put some Blue Band margarine. What I actually like to do is to get my Blue Band margarine and sprinkle Knorr into that and make a paste. Add that paste on the inside and then rub that paste all the way around on the outside. Chef Fregz and I were talking earlier on about what to do with the bird to make it cook quicker. You can actually take this and braise it in a pan first of all. Not braise it, sear it in a pan first of all, so that you can seal in those juices before you now put it into the oven. But you can see, everything is held together nicely. If you want to use net, you can either take the net and push it through, or you can use a tube, regular PVC tube. Let me have that. Regular PCV tube, and just put your net over the tube, okay? And put your bird through.
As in, those are like the regular pipes. And I'm like, okay, what are they using it for in the kitchen? But I said, that's what they use to make it easier for you.
Okay. And then release this.
Oh, no. I never saw the GV pipe coming at all. Well, at least I learned a new thing today. Not even a new thing. I learned a lot of things today.
Your perfect chicken.
I don't think anybody else would have thought about it, because being there, the only thing that we had in front of us at that point in time was to complete the task in the time that was given. I'm not sure anybody was thinking outside the box to realize now that something can actually be done in a smarter way. And that's like the most amazing thing about being in the training today, to understand that things can be done differently with ease, and there's always a smarter way to do things, rather than going the whole 9 yards and just spending so much time and not achieving a proper result.
Mama, would you please watch the food? I have to quickly fetch the kids.
That chicken smells good. Where is it? Where is my daughter-in-law hiding the chicken?
Mama, is everything all right?
I can't find the chicken.
It's right here. No chicken cubes.
No chicken cubes. Tastes like real chicken.
Where is the chicken?
No chicken cube. made with real chicken.
10 years ago, we opened our first ShopRite in Nigeria to give you a world-class shopping experience with everything you need under one roof at the lowest prices. Thanks to your support, we've created more than 3,000 jobs, support local farmers and manufacturers, and offer you the widest range of local and international products. Here's to the next 10 years, Nigeria. ShopRite, lower prices you can trust, always.
So, Doc, I want to ask, in quotes, a question. What kind of, beyond, we've used Knorr, we've seasoned it, what kind of dishes would you say, hey, I want to make a chicken roll like this? How else can you stuff it? How can you slice it? Do we have to eat it hot? Can we eat it cold?
What can you stuff it with? Let's go back and think very carefully. What might they give me in the kitchen that's a spanner? What about regular garden egg? Everyday regular garden egg, season that up a little bit, get some Knorr chicken, add a bit of Knorr beef to that, add some local suya spices, and then for a little bit of sweetness, add some pineapple. Cook that up, get it a little bit, I won't say soggy, but let it have a bit of liquid in it, okay? Just before you put it in the chicken, add some nice agege bread to soak up that liquid. You make it a little, almost like a paste. You have all the seasonings inside there, the spices inside there. Put that in the middle of your chicken, roll it up, tie it, but then most importantly, you're going to get a dusting of some flour, some black pepper, some Knorr chicken, a little bit of Blue Band margarine. Is that the correct one?
Yes.
And make a paste and coat your chicken with that and put that in the oven. Now, the other question you asked me was, what will you serve it with? With anything. It could be with some yam, some fried yam, some plantain, boiled plantain, with some rice, with some couscous, whatever you think. Chicken is very versatile and can be used in any particular way you want.
Because this is not your everyday chicken, It's not like you're roasting it, just like normal parts. So it's something really special.
And then you say, wow, but I remember we talked about cooking without tomatoes.
Yeah.
You have your drippings from the chicken. You're going to get those out and make yourself
a lovely sauce
to go with it.
Thank you all for being really good students today. I think you guys have taken something, and I hope it helps you with your tasks in the near future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Remember, the task will only get more difficult. Hone your skills when you get home. Practice those knife skills. They will give you speed in the kitchen. The task will get harder. Thank you.
Now, all seems calm this week in the Knorr Taste Quest kitchen. I can't vouch for how long this will last, but I do say, let's enjoy it while it does. For our home plate this week, we would love you to answer this question. Which knife was used to debone a chicken? Was it A, bread knife, B, a fillet knife, or C, a paring knife? Please send your answers to us via Twitter. Our handle is @KnorrNigeria. And please include the hashtag #KnorrTasteQuest. All our lucky winners will be announced next week. It's always a pleasure and privilege having you join us every single week on the show. And this is hoping that you will be back on the same station, same time next week. My name is Marian. Thank you for watching.